Yes, we are live. Welcome back, my dear friends. This is episode number 82 of Zero Point Healing Show. And in this particular show, we are going to discuss about a very interesting topic of all, which is the weight and our beautiful bodies. So that's the topic for today. But before I get into, and I have an amazing healer and an instructor of Theta Healing with me today as a guest for this show. But before I go to her, just a short intro about me and about Zero Point Healing. So I'm Vishnupriya. I am the founder of zeropointhealing.com. So it's a web directory that I have created for holistic healing practitioners across all different holistic healing modalities. So right now, I think we have about 50 different modalities registered on Zero Point Healing, along with more than hundreds of 200s, I feel, of practitioners. Um, so I myself, I am a holistic healing practitioner and I have been certified in multiple different modalities. So it's through my journey, I got to learn about these different modalities that kind of opened up new possibilities into my life, which has always been one of the major passion behind Zero Point Healing for me. So that's it about my introduction. So now we are moving on to this beautiful angel here. Welcome, Naomi. Thank you so much for being with me on my show today. So tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background. Maybe you had been in a different profession, and tell us how you entered into this world of theta healing.
Well, good morning, Vishnupriya, and thank you so much, my fellow beautiful angel. Thank you for all that you're doing to help people that may be just starting on their own healing journey to find what they are looking for and find a different kind of help than maybe most people are aware of. So thank you so much for that. So yes, I did have some interesting work in the past in sales and retail and auto, and then insurance, health insurance. How about that?
Wow.
And my degree from college is in psychology. So that's, not really too unrelated to what I'm doing now, but it was an interesting journey. And all the while going through the different types of work that taught me different things about what I enjoyed and what was fulfilling to me for work, and then what wasn't, it was important. We all have to go through what we go through. And just a little bit about that. So humanity, for so many thousands and millions of years, we believe that we have to suffer, that the work has to be hard work or it doesn't mean anything. And that's probably the thing that I love the most about theta healing. One of the things is the teaching and learning that, okay, what we've gone through, yes, it is significant and all of it does matter, but we can just let that suffering go. We don't have to continue the suffering, and the work doesn't have to be extra hard work for us to accomplish anything, for us to learn the powerful lessons or to make a difference. It can be fun. So we're actually here to enjoy life. And yes, so going back to the work experience. So the insurance sales, that probably taught me a lot about what's going on in healthcare that maybe wasn't so wonderful. Yes, there are some good points to having the insurance there as help, but is that really the kind of thing that helps people to heal? Well, people do need to heal in whatever way that they are guided to. So that's very important. And it's wonderful that you've had the experience with all the modalities that you have, and that there's so many modalities out there that are helpful to people. Okay. So actually, after the insurance sales, that was helpful to me in terms of giving me awareness of what's going on with healthcare. And it also allowed me the time to start a side business of creating my own jewelry. And I thought that that was going to be the most fulfilling thing ever. And that was, as good as it got. And it was a lot of fun. It was wonderful. And then later down the road, I come across theta healing. And I found it because I was learning about law of attraction, and I was finding that with law of attraction, it was working in some areas of life, but not every area. It did help me tremendously with my jewelry business, but not in every area of life and not equally. So this was very confusing to me. And this led me to theta healing, because what I found when I looked into could the law of attraction be working better in some areas, but not so well in others, that's where I learned about the subconscious mind and subconscious blocks. Oh my gosh, and our brain power and creating our own reality, understanding it at a level that I never really did with just law of attraction. But our thoughts do create things. And we need to be conscious and aware of that. So even if we are conscious and aware of what we're saying and what we're thinking, we can have contrary beliefs going through our subconscious that create what looks like self-sabotage, even though we would never do that to ourselves. So that can show up as people just being stuck in a rut, or maybe they can't stop smoking, maybe they can't lose weight, maybe they have problems in different areas of life, relationships, maybe they end up having the same problem over and over in every relationship. So it can be any of these things. Now, our subconscious is not bad. Our subconscious is our survival mechanism that's kept humanity going for millions of years. And we can get it to work with us. So we can have all of that thought power, which if you've ever seen those diagrams, the pictures of the iceberg, where you see just the tiny little bit above the surface of the ocean, that's our conscious thinking mind. And then this humongous iceberg underneath the ocean, that is our subconscious mind. So what that breaks down to in percentages, about 5 to 10% of our thought power comes from our conscious thinking mind. The rest of it, about 90 to 95%, that is our subconscious mind. So that's a lot of brain power. The great news is when we clear the blocks in the subconscious, those contrary beliefs that are the opposite of what we want to create, when we clear those, we get that much more of our brain power backing us up and working with us. And especially now with all of these changes in the world, it's really amazing. There's so much change energy going on, so we can change so much so easily and so quickly just by focusing our attention on it. So Vishnu, if it's okay with you, I'm going to take a little bit of water because I'm getting a little hoarse here. But then I'd like to go through the meditation that I mentioned, so we can maybe clear some of these judgments and anything that is causing us to see ourselves as less than who we really are because of what our body might be doing.
Sure. And as you were explaining, I think all of us as healers into this holistic healing modalities, we got started by learning about law of attraction. I would have said a very similar story as well, how I got started into this beautiful world of transformation. So that's, first the movie, The Secret was the first one that I ever saw about that kind of brought me into this world. So into this world of holistic healing in general. And I would completely agree with you. When we don't heal ourselves and just use, law of attraction by itself, it works on certain areas of our life and not on the others. So I'm completely with you on that. I had a very, very similar journey as well. So now let's get straight into the topic of weight. And as you mentioned, there's a beautiful meditation you want to offer us. So let's get started with it.
Okay, sounds great. And then I'll talk more about what I've actually experienced with it. But I really feel that, we are just hit with so much out in the collective consciousness and from the media about what we're supposed to look like. And then I hope it's okay, but and I don't mean to upset anybody, because there is a lot of maybe counter messaging now going back against, well, no, you don't have to look this way. So maybe there's some confusion though in that counter messaging, which the umbrella of it makes it appear like, yes, you should accept yourself. Okay, so that is powerful. We do want to accept ourselves. However, we don't want to have to feel like we're stuck if we want to make changes. So there's a delicate balance there. We don't want to be told we have to look a certain way, but we also don't want to be told that we need to be stuck in an appearance that maybe is not healthy or even what we want. We get to choose for ourselves. Okay, so let's get started with that meditation. So I'm going to ask everyone to please close your eyes, take a deep breath. And my favorite meditation process is the Theta meditation. So we'll go quickly through that. So please focus on the energy around your heart center. Notice this energy around your heart connecting with the energy at the center of the earth. Notice the energy from the center of the earth moving up through the earth, up through your feet, up through your legs, through all of your chakras, bringing just the exact energy your body is requiring, that each chakra requires. And notice this energy moving up through your space, up and out the top of your head, forming a brilliant ball of light. Notice that you are within this light. Notice the light is lifting up and up and up past the trees, the stars, the universe, through layers and layers of bright lights and dark lights, through a bright golden light, through a thick jelly-like substance, and then into the bright, iridescent, sparkly white light, the energy of the creator of all that is. Whatever name you call that higher power that you believe in, please continue to do so, just for the purposes of this meditation, because there are so many ways, so many names of the divine. In Theta Healing classes, we simply, to keep things simple, we use the term creator. Whatever term you are using is perfectly appropriate. Okay, so feel yourself in this divine creation energy of brilliant, sparkly white light energy. Feel this energy all around you. And with your permission, I would like to witness the creator, the energy of the creation, sending a healing to your heart and throughout your physical body. And if you would like any of these processes to occur during this meditation, simply say yes out loud or to yourself, and then I will witness this taking place. And whatever healing your unique self requires, know that that is taking place, but being brought into your space from the creator. Okay, so please again take another deep breath and allow yourself to recall and know that you are in a place that is safe. Feel yourself surrounded by this brilliant, beautiful white light energy, knowing that you are completely safe. But I want you to allow yourself to bring up any memory, if you're ready to go very deep, to any initial memory, first time memory of when you first felt that your body wasn't good enough for some reason. So just allow that energy to come up, allow the energy of all that is, the energy of the creator, to release this feeling of being less than, any time that you felt just not pretty enough, anytime you went from feeling, hey, I look pretty good, to, oh my gosh, I feel awful. Any of that kind of energy. So with your permission, I would like to witness the creator clearing this heaviness away, any of this feeling of less than, any feeling of lack of beauty. And let that all go through to the creator's light to be transmuted. Okay, so if you'd like this clearing to take place, just simply say yes out loud to yourself, and I'll witness this taking place. Clearing away any shock or trauma from the incident, or incidents if you're remembering more than one. Okay, very good, very good. There are some difficult memories some of you are getting to, so very well done. Very well done, and lots of bravery there. And now I'm going to ask that the creator completely fill your space with God's pure unconditional love, the pure unconditional love of the creator, going throughout your physical and energetic spaces. And then bringing in the highest truth from the creator of all that is, of acceptance, the virtue of acceptance, And then also the virtue of beauty, that you know how and what it feels like to recognize your own beauty. And you know how and what it feels like to feel acceptance from yourself and from others. So if you would like these energies to come into your space through your subconscious and through all levels and dimensions, just simply say yes to yourself or out loud. And then I'll witness that take place for you. All right, and let's bring in, with your permission, the knowingness from the Creator's perspective that you are enough. And that you know how and what it feels like, and that you can and that you do recognize your own beauty without feeling like that's being cocky or arrogant or anything like that, that you simply can recognize your own beauty without feeling that others will judge you, without feeling that you need to judge yourself in any way. Just allow yourself to connect with that beauty within you. So if you'd like for that energy to come through, simply say yes to yourself or out loud, and I'll witness that energetic change taking place. And then when you're ready, you can simply open your eyes.
Wow. You did an amazing healing session by in itself. Thank you so much. And I could feel the energy. It was like, it was really heavy. You could feel the release. Wow, that was amazing. Thank you.
Well, thank you for allowing me to witness that for folks and to facilitate that. There's so much self-judgment, and all it takes is like one magazine picture, and then somebody can feel like, oh my gosh, I'll never be that, I'll never be enough. So that's a trauma that we need to clear. And yeah, so thank you, Vishnu. Thank you for reading the space today.
Beautiful. So now let's discuss quickly about the topic itself, about the weight. So far working with yourself and working with your clients as well, what have you discovered as the root causes of, so many people going through the weight issue, the obesity and all of that? So what have been your discovery?
So great question. And we are all unique. And with one person, all they need is just a change in their diet and they get results. One person, but so many people, they can do the same thing and they don't get anywhere. So that's where we need to find their own unique root issue, whatever it is to them in their subconscious. And really, it can be different for anyone. However, there can be some common traumas to people. So, Vishnu, you're familiar with Theta Healing. So you know that we have our different belief levels. We have our core level of beliefs. So that's any of our beliefs that get stored in our subconscious from the current incarnation, from this present lifetime, the lifetime that we're in now. And we also have another level of beliefs, which is our genetic level. And that's our more recent ancestral beliefs. They come from our ancestors, maybe not all the way back, but the more recent ancestors. Okay, and then we have the history level. So if you believe in past lifetimes, this is your past life beliefs. And for folks who do not believe in past lives, you can see this as ancestor memories or collective conscious beliefs. So it's really all of those things on the history level. It can be past life, it can be an ancestor memory, it can also be collective consciousness beliefs. And then we have our soul level. Now, our soul level beliefs, this is all that we are. These beliefs can literally be as old as our soul. And all of these different levels can store a belief. Maybe it's something that people have in common. And maybe not. It could be very unique to the individual. So that's why it really is important to see what the root issue is for each individual. Now, all that said, for healers, well, sometimes healers can take on additional weight. and simply from doing healing work. And it can be whether it's the subconscious feels that it's necessary as some kind of safety or protection. So, and that can be another commonality for people. You know, when we're small, when we're little, we don't feel as strong or safe necessarily. So this can be common in people that have been abused as a young child. They can either tend to put on quite a bit of weight, whether it's in the form of fat, or some people can put on lots of muscle. And this can be rooted in abuse issues, or just feeling weak and powerless as a child, or the feeling of weak and powerless. So really, there are so many different reasons that are possible. Now, there is one of the Theta Healing classes that covers this topic really well, which is called the Rhythm to a Perfect Weight class, which and there's also a book that's out. So if you want to take a look at the book, it's by Vianna Steibel. It's Theta Healing Rhythm to a Perfect Weight. So it covers a lot of possible beliefs that are there, and those are very helpful to be aware of. So working with each individual, we can find their own unique root issue to what their weight issues are. And for most people, you know, there's so much information out there that we're told to eat the no-fat food, then we're told, oh wait, the no-fat food is okay. And now we need to go to this kind of food or that kind of food, and there's so much confusion. So Vishnu, with your permission, I would like to do another very brief clearing for the folks watching, and that's just to clear away all of the confusion that's out there in the collective consciousness about what is needed to release weight, or for people that maybe they feel they are too slim or slender, they would rather put on some weight. So whatever confusion is there about what your body needs based on what you've heard and all these conflicting messages. So with everyone's permission, I would like to witness Creator do a clearing for that, clear away all of that confusion, and then replace that with clarity from the Creator of what you as the individual actually require in order to be at your optimal shape and size, and that is possible for you. So would that be okay to do that?
Yes, sure, go ahead.
And so for whoever would like that clearing and then the replacement with the knowledge of what is their own requirement, I'll go ahead and witness that. Just simply say yes to yourself or out loud. Okay, thank you. So sometimes those things come through.
That was beautiful how you were, guided to do a short clearing while kind of talking. But I could also feel that kind of energy around us, which is showing all these magazines and, advertisements, which says us that that's how a person should look like, rather than we understanding each one of us have our own beautiful bodies that would love to be in our unique shape, rather than, trying to duplicate someone else's body, so to speak. So tell us about the sessions itself. So if a particular client, viewer who's watching this video is interested in booking a session with you, so tell us how a session with you looks like, how long can the sessions be, and what can someone expect out of a session?
Sure. So I do sessions that are either 30 minutes or 60 minutes, and folks are welcome to sign up for a session. And during the session, you've already gotten an idea of what some of the energy work might be like. And it was very general during this interview, because that's a different thing for working for a group versus working one-on-one. So working one-on-one is going to be unique based on the guidance that I'm given about what is there for you as the individual to clear or to heal. And then of course your feedback, what's been going on in your life, what is it that you want to work on? And it could be with regards to weight or any other topic. And then we just go from there. It goes as guided. During the session, I'm listening to the information that comes through from the Creator as well as to the person that I'm working on. So the session is guided that way, and that gets gets you the best results.
That's amazing. So would you like to share maybe some of your client stories, client results, what has happened after the session?
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody is going to at least feel better. That happens with every session. I recently had a client tell me that it was one of the best theta healing sessions they had ever had. And, I've worked with folks with regard to lots of different topics. And with regard to addiction issues, sometimes weight issues can be about addiction. So I've been helping people with that. And before going back to more about the clients, I would like to mention that one of my own miracles in theta healing was actually 2 clearings that I did for myself with regard to weight. So I have been into fitness pretty much my entire life. Ever since junior high school, I was participating in sports and had lots of fun with that, and continued with weight training and got into martial arts in college and water aerobics. I've had lots of experience reading about what you're supposed to do, but also with exercise. And I've also seen what a tremendous, tremendous benefit exercise actually is. So I want to recommend that to people, whether you feel like you need it to change your appearance or not. Take that out of the equation and do some kind of exercise that your body is capable of, that is fun and enjoyable to you, just because it's a good thing for yourself, and treat yourself to that. Maybe it's just going out into nature, enjoying a beautiful walk. Maybe it's some kind of dance, or maybe there's some kind of more physically involved activity that you enjoy. Find something you enjoy and just have fun with that. And one of the things that I heard the founder of Theta Healing, Vianna Steibel, say during one of the instructor training classes is that she has never seen a weightlifter with cancer. So I'm not saying everybody needs to do weights. Maybe you love yoga, so stick with that. Do whatever kind of movement your body enjoys, what you enjoy, what you find fun, and just do that because you enjoy it and it's fun. Okay, so going back to my own miracle, I've been into fitness all these years and decades, and I was always very self-critical, very self-judgmental, just like we were talking about. Oh, that's not exactly as what I see in the pictures. Hey, wait a minute. And just a lot of judgment and self-criticism there. And even after my first year of instructor classes, so I had a lot of wonderful clearings and wonderful experiences and wonderful healings in those classes, but hadn't released all of that self-judgment at that point. So that was one of the things I really came in to clear, was a lot of this judgment, particularly directed at myself. But it was a way for me to learn, just how amazing the miracles of the Creator are. I've been very blessed my entire life that I really haven't had health problems. Some accidents maybe, and I want to say cancel, so I don't have to have any more. But very grateful for the excellent health. And so unlike a lot of people that found Theta Healing because of health challenges they were experiencing, so I found it just because of the subconscious mind and wanting to clear that. And even though, this is not maybe the same kind of miracle that people are expecting with, the diabetes is gone or this health challenge is gone, but I did witness over the time of 10 days, my first weight miracle with Theta Healing was after having to take some time off of the gym because of a neck injury from when I was moving. Well, I decided that while I was working on that, I'm also going to ask the Creator to release some of the weight from those areas that I felt were problem areas. So over the next 10 days, I was just taking it easy, relaxing, and also did have an issue with, what was it, like bladder infection or something at the time. So not feeling my best and just working on myself. And 10 days later, I noticed after I was feeling better, hey, wait a minute, a few inches are gone from those areas that I asked that they be gone from. So very interesting how these things work. And some other cool things that happened after those instructor classes was a craving for a certain food, actually chicken wings that I have had cravings for many years. That went away. And, other wonderful changes, but probably the biggest thing was the weight being gone from those areas. And it's simply, all we have to do is ask the creator. Now, what that taught me is I also need to ask for no detoxing effects and no physical discomfort. So that's very important. But yes, it's very possible for the creator to do anything for us, even to change weight, even to clear fat out of the body. I did ask for a clearing of fat as well as toxins.
That is so amazing and so nice to see how we can just ask and it is given, right? And especially theta healing itself is created on that basis of, ask, connect, and then ask and you will be given what it is that you're asking for. And it really works like miracles. So thank you so much. We are nearing the time here, but before we finish, I want to quickly share my personal experience with Naomi. So she kind of offered a short session for me right before the interview. So today I worked on, so right now I'm in this process of launching my school for teenagers on spiritual education. So I was feeling, especially today and yesterday, I was feeling a lot of some kind of frustration and irritation for no reason. And I also found that I kind of recorded so many videos for teacher training and I had to kind of re-record it because the recordings had some issues, technical issues that came in. But as a healer, I know that everything that's happening in my reality has root causes within me. It's not really a technical issue or something happening in the system. Rather, it is just telling me that there is some kind of resistance against the whole launch that is coming from my end. So I discussed with Naomi about it and we did a session on clearing that. And it was interesting for me to see I'm as a healer, I had at least in the past 1 year, I have worked with at least 60 to 70 different healers and facilitators of so many different modalities. So for me to experience this kind of session with her, I was able to see how intuitive she is and how easily she gets messages, her clear connection to the above, to create a whatever name you want to give it as. But it's true that every one of us have this kind of connection. But as healers, we get more trained on how to listen to these intuitive messages that is coming in. And I could also see that she is very visual with regards to the third eye vision. She was able to see different images of me. And this went back to, as a child, I was feeling shy and timid to step out into the world and show myself to the world. And she cleared a lot among that, as well as the school itself is like a new age school that I have kind of launched, which is against the so-called norms that exist in our 3D world at this time. So even that was creating a lot of, how am I going to be accepted in all of these fears and apprehensions that come in. So she cleared all of that. And right after that short 30-minute session, I was able to feel as if a huge weight lifting off my shoulders, so to speak. But literally I felt there was a kind of pressure that's happening on my, the topmost of my shoulder. And then I also felt it slowly releasing. So physically as well, I was getting feedback as she was doing the session that something is really being lifted off. And now I really feel, a new door has been opened in front of me. So thank you so much, Naomi. I cannot tell you about, the experience itself, even though it has been very short. As you said, creator can do magic and instant healings. So we cannot really put it in terms of the human time. But what has happened within that short time, I know is something really huge. So thank you so much for the session.
Well, Vishnu, thank you so much for what you're doing. And that's such a blessing for children, especially now. All of the work that you're putting into really to help them learn some really important things, what's truly important. And I know there's so many times where I'm grateful for what I've been able to learn about theta healing and even law of attraction, all these other amazing spiritual teachings. If I had been able to learn that or remember what I knew when I came in that I was told I wasn't supposed to know or do, but have that in an early age. So these children are so blessed. And it's such a wonderful thing you're doing, and so honored to help, and happy that, you know, the short time was able to help you. And yeah, it's a blessing to help.
Thank you so much. It's beautiful how we can contribute to each other. So thank you so much on that, my dear viewers. So we are ending our conversation there. So if you are interested to book a session with Naomi, her link is right below the video. You can click on the link. You can have a conversation with her and book a session with her if you choose to. As well as we have an additional 10% off discount coupon code for you just for watching this video. So the coupon code is 0 point. So when you contact her, do let her know that you found her from 0 point, and she will give you the 10% off as well. Thank you so much. It had been a wonderful session and wonderful information and a wonderful healing that you gave us. Thank you so much for all that you have offered.
Thank you too, Vishnu. It was a joy today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear viewers. I'm going to see you all in my next show. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe and share the video with friends, family members whom you think might benefit from this video. Thank you for all your support. I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye.